Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to BNN. We have some physique updates from Dietrich Bo Lewis, Justin Shier on a recent podcast talking about taking off the 2024 season. Obin Roxman talking about the 2024 season being big for him after his pro debut and pro card win. Matman talking about moving into the 212 and his update with that. Michael de Boule winning another show, the Austria Pro. Goodvito having a hernia surgery scheduled for December 12th, and the results from the amateur pro card win at the Austria Pro. So if you're interested in that story, and any of those stories, definitely consider staying with me. If you're new here, consider subscribing, but I'm your host here, Josh Sanch, here on the Bodybuilding News Network. Let's go ahead and move right into the first story. Now, this was interesting. This was not what I think anyone expected when we look at the commentators, the bodybuilding journalists, if you will be so generous. But we had the Steph Brugink ended up winning the pro card over a much favorited gentleman on the left who just barely missed the pro card in the Prague Pro. That's where Nexzilla won his pro card. So honestly, myself, a bunch of other pundits in the bodybuilding commentating space had him winning this show. We really did think it was going to be lights out for him. He has a phenomenal physique, and he brings a lot of great structure, a lot of dense, mature muscle. But big congratulations to the Brugink gentleman for winning that pro card. He was the, I believe, a heavyweight, so not the supers and not the other ones. So congratulations to him. Michael de Boule, I can never get his name right, winning another show, adding to his very deep lineup of pro show wins here at the last Olympia qualifier for 2023, moving into the offseason, a quick offseason. We're 11 weeks out from the next pro show, which is the Arnold Classic, so stay tuned for that. But I'm excited to see this. I'm very happy to see Michael get that early Olympia qualification. And from what I hear, it wasn't a close battle as much as a lot of us wanted it to be. A lot of us had the Stefan gentleman on the left kind of being that dark horse pick that, maybe he could win the show. Maybe he could make it a little exciting. Turns out it was, in essence, ladies and gentlemen, a lights out show for Michael de Boule. So big congratulations to him. Congratulations on the Olympia qualifier, and maybe we'll see him at the Arnold Classic. Goodvito sharing some news regarding his hernia. Remember, he had some off-season updates where the belly button was protruding. Turns out, ladies and gentlemen, that it was a herniated, I don't know what you call it, intestines, I guess, is where the intestines are pushing through that belly button. And you can see that in the most recent physique update he shared just a day ago, around the 9th of December. And from what I understand through the translator and through Daniel over at Bodybuilders Without Borders, is that Goodvito is going to be heading into surgery on December 12th. And of course, we do hope to see him in the 2024 season. We really do hope that he can make that pro debut, as he has yet to do that. So I'm excited. I think he's going to be one of those guys that's going to really shake up any show he does. Expect him to do the Arnold Brazil or any of the Olympia qualifying Brazil shows. Someone we will not expect to see in 2024 is Justin Shier. After an amazing showing at Chicago, winning his pro debut and going into his first Olympia debut, I thought he did very well regarding the competition and also his physique. Unfortunately, he did not place as well as I had him. I did put him in 10th. He ended up placing, I do believe, second to last. And on the most recent episode with, I do believe it was with Antoine Vaillant and Nick Walker being a guest guy on the Pure Muscle Radio podcast. Check it out on HD's YouTube channel. He did talk about taking off the 2024 season to grow. He has not confirmed that. I know him and his coach are kind of going back and forth about what the plan is, but as of now, expect to not see him in 2024. Now, Obin Roxman is a guy that really came out of nowhere for me, at least, ladies and gentlemen. At least for me, he won the amateur pro card at the Dubai Pro Show, and then went into that 212 show against Dr. Mazoon, I believe the gentleman's name is on the left. He got suspended, actually, for a year for attending a different organization's show. Not any. It's kind of BS in my opinion. I think it should be overturned. But speaking about Obin, the dude was amazing. Came into his pro debut, placed second. I think he could have won some of the shots. Overall, I still think he just needs to bring a tad bit more conditioning. But I mean, the dude was just so phenomenal. I mean, the amount of muscle density he has as a brand new pro. You know, and I know that doesn't always mean as much as you'd think it would mean, because a lot of these guys have been training in bodybuilding for, you know, maybe a better part of a decade. So for them to win that pro card doesn't exactly mean that they're new to the sport. And I think that's an important thing to point out, because Obin does bring a lot of muscle maturity. And that is, I believe, a huge reason why he came into this show and got a second place finish. So I'm excited to see what he has planned for the 2024 season. He is a Africa native, I think North African, if I remember right. So I expect to see him doing any of those European shows. Next up, we have Matman, who turned out not to compete at the Olympia. A lot of people had him as the French Ramon Dino is kind of his nickname, or is the nickname he chose. He did not end up doing the Classic Olympia, ended up going into the offseason without really telling anyone, and then really just dropped the news that, hey, I'm going to the 212. And, you know, for me, as a fan of 212, I love seeing that. I think he brings a lot of nice shape, you know, good flow, a lot of muscle maturity, a lot of density, and also that nice classic look. So all in all, I'm excited to see him in the classic or the 212 division. I'm sure Brandt, you know, over at CPC is probably pretty bummed out that, you know, he keeps losing all these classic guys to the 212, and, you know, some of them even moving up to the open. So I do hope that he has a good season. And heck, you know, the Nationals just finished up. They just gained a bunch of awesome classic competitors. So ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed this style of content, consider subscribing. I'm your host here, as always, Josh Sanch on the Bodybuilding News Network. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.